In Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, Snake will actually sustain permanent damage inflicted onto him. Battle scars, bruises, clothing damage from tears, and bullet holes will all remain and be unique to each player's playthrough, which is an entirely new addition to this game this time around. In the original game, we were able to fix up and heal Snake's wounds inflicted, which is still a huge mechanic tied to the game's system. It is entirely here, but now has a crazy new twist with this permanent damage system. Not only that, but Konami keeps talking about the future of the Metal Gear series and is asking fans to give all the valuable feedback needed so that they can create the best possible game that the fans deserve, and seemingly want to make new Metal Gear games an actual thing. There's plenty more of this in this video, and it's all very exciting, so hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on any of those updates, and help raise that 38% even higher. We're going to be keeping you guys informed of all the latest when it comes to Metal Gear Solid here on the channel, and you don't want to miss that. Now, there's plenty more stuff that's in this video to talk about. Let's get into it. Over the weekend, the Xbox showcase was absolutely phenomenal. Just a crazy banger. Better than the PlayStation showcase from before, better than the actual Summer Games Fest initial preview. All in all, Xbox delivered extremely well. And within these announcements, they had Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, which actually caught me by surprise. I wasn't expecting to see that here, which gave us a more in-depth look at what the game is going to be offering us, what characters are looking like. We get a nice look at the boss, which at first I wasn't too excited about, but when you think about it really, and if you know exactly what the boss's character is going through during all of this, it actually makes a ton of sense. Just look at the bags under her eyes, the dark circles. She's absolutely stressed. War-torn veteran being asked to do some crazy wild things, and it's gonna get even crazier. We do see some moments outside of the Virtuous mission. Majority of this trailer is the Virtuous mission, but we see various moments like the bike chase, which happens at the very end of the game. We don't see Eva though. They're still holding off on revealing Eva to us. We see the crocodile head making a return, and plenty other moments later in the game when Snake officially has his bandana. And that's not even the best part about all of this. I mean, shockingly enough, after showing us basically 3 visualizations of the actual game, because before we got a trailer that showcased just the engine and how it looks in-game and various cutscene elements, we're now getting this gameplay stuff. But I'm actually genuinely surprised that we have not gotten a release date yet. We do know that tomorrow on Tuesday, Konami's actually doing another showcase dedicated entirely to Metal Gear Solid Delta, so we'll find out more information there, but I highly doubt we're going to see a release date there. It feels kind of weird to not showcase your release date during the main event. I feel like that would have been the moment to do that, where more eyes are typically watching that. Now, there's going to be a lot of eyes on this Metal Gear showcase tomorrow for sure, but just not enough as it was on Saturday. So I don't think we're going to be seeing anything release date related, but we might see more elements of the game that have been yet to be revealed. Whether that's more characters, different environments, music, or more behind the scenes details, I'm all in. I want to see more about this game because it's looking even better than I thought it would. And they made it a real big point to make sure that the story, the characters, the voice acting, gameplay, and all that stuff is going to be a major focus on the game, and nothing of that is actually changing. If anything, they're making improvements by offering different ways to play the game. If we scroll down here, there's actually a moment where it says deeply immersive experiences. Players can elect for a newly added, more modern control style. With these intuitive controls, it'll let you focus entirely on the game and the immersive thrills of the survival stealth experience. You can also choose to play with a classic control type that more closely recreates the feel of the original game. I wonder exactly what this means, because I mean, if you look down here, they do showcase that the third-person view is obviously within the game, and then they have the legacy style, which is the overhead view. For those that remember, when Snake Eater first released, the first iteration of Snake Eater, not Subsistence, it had this fixed camera overhead view, which was changed in the Subsistence version, where they actually implemented the third-person camera style view. But with Subsistence, what was pretty cool is if you click the R3 button, it actually switched in and out from the third-person view to the legacy view, so you can play with either one, whichever one that you prefer. That's not entirely new here. I mean, they're showcasing that is a thing here, but that was already a thing that you could do in Subsistence, so I'm glad that is making a return. But obviously it's going to feel a lot different with the third-person view in this game because of how much more crazier mechanics they do have. They have crouch walking, they have the prone reverse crawl. Oh my god, they were just showing that right here. Prone reverse call shooting. I believe you could do that in Metal Gear Solid 5 as well. MGS5 just had the ultimate stealth mechanics system for this game, and if they just copy and pasted all of that and also added some cooler new elements to it, I'm all for it. I think that's a great inclusion. I plan to do a full stealth run on this game, and I also plan to do a full guns blazing run on this game. Just going absolutely crazy, unlocking everything, getting all the carrots and frogs in the first go, stealth camo, all the goodies, man. I can't tell you guys enough how much I played this game when I was younger. This is one of those games where it was literally inside my PlayStation 2 and was never removed for many, many years. I put way too much time into this game. Another major W for fans, Konami actually acknowledged that the Master Collection had an insane amount of bugs that made the games unfortunately unenjoyable, which they did apologize for and do plan to continue to release updates in order to fix it. They also straight up said that they chose to remake Snake Eater as a means to get new fans into the series of the game, since it is a major starting point for the series in terms of chronological order, but also gets you to understand a lot of the major elements that pertain towards the game's story. Now, they're not confirming that they're remaking the whole entire series, but it's sort of like they're planting that idea as a seed for the future, depending on the responses that they get from these games and how well they do them, of course. Also, they said that the idea first came up when they were releasing the Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2 PC editions a few years ago. I think it was back in 2021. They had to pull them from the stores due to the real-life footage licenses that they used for the game's cutscenes actually running out. They wanted to also recreate Delta because of that. Instead of just updating the remastered graphics and such, full on go ahead with Unreal Engine 5 and just remake Snake Eater in the best possible ways that they can. The producer also says that they have been entrusted with the future of Metal Gear and they consider it their responsibility to make sure that people can enjoy the series. They also want to make sure that the players are able to judge for themselves whether this new team is the right fit or right for the job of keeping Metal Gear going. So please keep watching and keep us honest. Which is kind of surprising to hear that, knowing with how much of a negative reputation Konami has developed for themselves over the last few years, that they are confident enough to tell the players and viewers that this news is a way of saying that if, depending on how well these games are received, if they do a good job, there could be more Metal Gear Solid titles and new additions coming in the future, which I don't doubt entirely and full on believe that they plan to do exactly that as soon as possible, but they want all the feedback fans can possibly give so they can deliver the ultimate package that fans deserve. And I straight up don't doubt that they've already have these plans in the workings. I think that they very well are working on a Metal Gear Solid 1 remake, Metal Gear Solid 2 remake, so on and so forth. And then eventually, maybe, or alongside these things, be working into new games coming out, sort of like what Capcom is doing with the Resident Evil series. We're seeing a lot of the Capcom Resident Evil remakes have been doing extremely well, and in addition to doing those, they've been releasing brand new Resident Evil games with Village and working on other titles in between then too. I'm a huge Metal Gear fan. I enjoy the game so much. I consume all of it, the lore, every little detail that I can, I absolutely go for it. So I'm very happy that this game will be coming out. We'll be able to play this. I'm hoping that we get a release date soon, because I would love to do a stream series for this, like playing all the other previous games leading up to this, talking all the little nerd facts that I know from back when I was playing the game, to just geek out with you guys together on stream. I think that would be a lot of fun. And I know I'm not the only one there. I know there are some people that are very skeptical on this project, and you know, the fact that Kojima is not a part of this, they don't want anything to do with it, that is absolutely fine. I totally respect that. By all means, do what you got to do and enjoy whichever media it is that you choose to enjoy. I am excited for Kojima's new projects that he announced at the end of last year, talking about how he's collaborating with Sony on a multi-game project and also multi-movie project about that game. That's going to be wild. We know Kojima's relationship with Sony is something that is very respected in two-way. It's not just a one-way ordeal. Both companies and people working within them have absolutely most respect for each other, so I don't doubt that that project is going to be insane. We finally get to see it. I know it's pretty late tonight releasing this video, but I had to get this out there because tomorrow there's going to be some new updates seemingly for Metal Gear Solid Delta, so I'm hoping to see what that is, but I will be keeping you guys locked in and up to date on all the latest. So I want to hear from you guys below in the comments. What did you think about all this news? Are you excited? Are you very happy to see all these new changes and what they're doing with Metal Gear Solid Delta, or are you still on the fence about it? Or do you flat out not intend to play it? I want to hear what you guys think. Sound off in the comments below. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe if you are new. More Metal Gear Solid videos are on the way and you don't want to miss them. My name is BltzZ and thanks for watching.